Hang on, we're not going
I need screen, please.
Coming. There you go. Hello.
Welcome back to coverage of the road to the King of Talladega. We're live at the virtual Talladega. I'm Wesley Outland. Dean Hopton on production. Dean is feeling a little bit under the weather, so I will handle the commentary solo. By the way, for everybody that was in the broadcast chat box that was, I guess, getting annoyed by a bot or drama person on their stream, they've been moved to the for the final qualifier of the night. Justin Malachi will be on the pole with Joshua McCullough from Georgia on the front row. Daniel Falkingham, Brock Westmoreland, row number 2. Canada's Malik Ray and Cody Dagels right there in row 3. Freddie Baznez followed by Joey Masowitz. As we're often real, see some of these names back because they bought back in from earlier qualifier 2. By the way, coverage after qualifier 3 will be next. Peyton Johnson, Andrew Harris, row 7. Tucker McClendon, Jeff Merck, Rodriguez Patton, Carvalon, and Corbett, top 20. Matt Cherry, Kenneth McCullough Jr. Rest of the field coming around, including Blanchard and Haney, Darnell Jewell, Peacock Shelton, Johnston Smith, McCullough. 3 McCullough names in this field. Adam Leidy, Chris Banks, Anthony Mathis, row 18. We're not done yet. Holy camole. Wyatt Dulling, Cody Turner, Dustin Sevick, Casey Savic, followed by Matthew Cummins, Daniel Lawless, Buys, Flanagan, LaBeouf. And that's it. No, it's not.
Yeah, we do have a few.
I thought it was. Holy cow, we're not done yet. Who am I missing? Mongold, Larson, Cody Knott, Romeza, Flanagan. Oh, wow. 52 trucks in this run. Last chance qualifiers should be interesting, or the final qualifying race of the night, I meant to say. Boy, I'm so damn confused because I always say stages. Now we're saying qualifiers. Who's used the word qualifying in NASCAR like last 10 years, right? You know, back in the day, it used to be called qualifier or segments. Now it's stages. Can't say segment no more. This ain't the Winston, you know, qualifier race, not stage 3. So,
well, beauty of it, it's a different format. We have the ability to control and do it a little bit different than as you said, the NASCAR, NASCAR Cup Series and stuff like that. So. This is, it qualifies like you have qualifiers, of course, in other motor racing events. But this is the third qualifier, as you can see. And you can tune in for the remaining qualifiers, which will do qualifying 1 after this, just due to technical issues. And then, of course, you tune in tomorrow for the next 3 qualifiers. Am I not correct there? If I'm correct, Wes.
Yeah, by the way, for our audience in the chat box, Dean, that it was Tristan Bruce's girlfriend, maybe? I don't know. I think that's a joke. But anyhow, that I think it's a spy bot. I swear I do. But anyhow, they've been put to timeout. I tried to be nice. I said in the chat, be nice. I really did, Dean. I said a couple of times, cool it. They would not stop. So, we encourage interaction. We encourage communication. We do not encourage, in the words of Don Henley, putting out dirty laundry. Damn, Dean, I figured you'd have known that song.
I don't. Dirty Laundry?
Oh, Dirty Laundry, Don Henley from the Eagles.
Yeah, I know from the Eagles. I just don't remember the song.
He needs dirty laundry. Get them when they're up, kick them when they're down.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I'm not singing anymore, okay? I was like, we don't want to lose our audience, so just talking to Dean about Dirty Laundry from Don Henley. Good song. Look it up. Love it. As somebody that works in the broadcast industry, that's probably one of my favorite songs from Don Henley's The Eagles. And obviously, the intro ballad was phenomenal, too. So, all right, Malachar, McCullough on the front row. It's M&M, not the candy. It won't melt in your mouth, not in your hand. These guys are ready to battle for those 2 spots that remain on this Sunday to try to put themselves in to Friday's King of Talladega. Let me reiterate to everybody from the audience of Duel 2, Qualifier 2. See, I did it again. This is Qualifier number 3, 25 laps, overtime if need be, no fast repair. The top 2 lock in to Friday's race. However, you have to start the dual race on Wednesday, on Thanksgiving Eve, if you will. So, we'll try this again. Final opportunity to lock yourself in. We need to pause fast for station identification. If you're listening on the radio, the green flag, Qualifier 3, next.
This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
Glad you're here. Watching on the NASRA 360 Racing Network, listening on CRN. The field is in the United Rentals restart zone for the initial start. Final qualifier. The night live. Green, don't forget qualifier 1 coming up next as we are green here in Talladega. The final 2 to set the field for Friday's King of Talladega 500. Malachar, whole shot, brings the virtual thundering herd down the back straightaway. And whoa, somebody shuffled out of line. It's, oh my goodness, I think it's Maximus. He somehow fell back. He got on the inside and gets back up in the banking. Will stay green. But free falling is Bassinez. Bassinez will go all the way back to 26 from the front row. Malachar. McCullough, lap 1, door to door, 24 to go. By the way, Dean, not feeling, he's feeling under the weather and just not feeling like talking, so I'm going to call this one here for you as they go down the back stretch here. Up 33 degrees of banking here in Talladega, down to the inside, Malachar, down to the bottom, up top side, McCullough. Stalking him. Some big names there right in the mix as they work back again, coming out of turn number 3 and 4. You're on board now with the driver, Kenny Reel. He wants another shot at him. High side, third lane, work early. We're 3 by 3 by 3, 5 or 6 rows across the line. And now Kenny Reel on the high side will put the 11 in the lead.
Oh, bit of a push there in the middle lane there, Wes.
The corner. Sure did. Wow. Down that back straightaway into the corner. It's Malachar. McCullough pushing, shoving, fighting in the early going. I'm wondering if this might be a little too early for this. All this happening now as they rumble off of 4 down to the inside. Malachar with Falkingham and Ray right there on the bottom.
We got 4 wide, Wes.
Like a pyramid. Yes, sir.
Oh. For a second.
This is too early for this, but is it really? Because you gotta go, Dean. You gotta go, and you gotta go in a hurry here.
Yeah, well, they have elected to go back to the third row, thinking, yep, 22 laps to go. It's probably a little too early to go 4 wide, Wesley, but it's the only thing you can do.
Working off of turn 4. Down to the inside. Look at now Daniel Falkingham. He's in that number 39 on the scoring ticker. It looks like an 88 Dell Jr. throwback to his Mountain Dew days in the Cup Series on the bottom. We'll call it the 05 and we get in trouble. Oh my goodness. And they are crashing. Big calamity down on the top of the banking at the time of the 1 and 2 down to the bottom of the apron entering the back straightaway. The Alabama gang super stretching. It's about to be littered like a junkyard. Johnston, Mathis, Turner, Sawich, and more just collected. Big trouble. Turn 1 and 2. Watch the replay. My, oh my.
87. It's right in the middle, isn't it? And that's where they get loose. 26, 04, 004, 03. That's going to take about half the field out there.
Unbelievable. Watch this again. Man, I'm telling you, what heartbreak. Watch it. I had a feeling was we saying it was too early for this, and there's the shove, the push. Tucker McLean. Man, oh man, what heartbreak there. You got a no fast repair also. That's something you got to remember. There was no fast repair in this series, Dean, in this race. And you might go on the damaged vehicle policy clock, but that's it. On board again. Watch this from an angle with George Jewell in 36. Look at this. Oh, my.
It just takes to the inside apron. That's the escape road. That's exactly the best place to be. It doesn't get any damage on that truck there, Wes, but obviously
and
a few others that did.
And, Dean, I'll be honest with you, the 26 might have been the smartest man of all of them in the Tennessee Volunteers machine, because Cody Knott, somehow or some way, even though he got spun into the pack, he found a way to continue. He might not be that badly damaged.
It's time to take a quick break, my Wesley, because, well, that safety car will at least be going around for one more lap.
A big field of trucks. Qualifier 3. Don't forget, we're live next for Qualifier 1 from earlier tonight. We're back from Talladega. Stay with us. Welcome back to the coverage of the qualifier races presented by DSR Electric, the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Have a little technical issue. We're working on it. As you see, that's why we were having issues doing qualifier 1. That'll be coming up in its entirety after qualifier number 2. And there's the format on the road to the NASRA 500 King of Talladega, presented by ServPro. Remember, that race will be live Friday night after Thanksgiving. 500 miles, 188 laps on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. And, man, I'm going to be with y'all from Sunday to Wednesday. I won't be in the booth on Friday. I have another broadcast obligation, and unfortunately, it warrants me having to be there. So, but Jacob Reeves and another person, Dean, will have you. You'll be in good hands, and I'll be with you up till the field being set for the big race on Friday. By the way, tomorrow night, final night for the qualifier nights, like tonight, 3 25-lap qualifiers. That'll be tomorrow night. Last chance qualifiers on Tuesday. The duels Wednesday, a big race on Friday. And don't forget, coming up in January, the second annual Great American Sim Race, the NASRA 500. Kind of follows this same format. As a matter of fact, Dean, if you remember, it was the success of the inaugural Great American Sim Race from back in February of this year for the reason why of this format that they have for this event for the King of Talladega, bud.
People loved it so much, they wanted it back again, of course, and we have presented it back again. But of course, it's Talladega this time, not a super speedway. Not always
one request
to be
for you. Yes, I got one request for you, though, buddy. I really wish that we would do it at iRacing Super Speedway.
Oh, yes.
I would love to see it. I'm vouching for it. The next big king of NASRA, whatever we call it. iRacing Super Speedway. I put it in the ballot because I just think that's such a fun place, and it got a lot of iRacing publicity when it first came out, and then all of a sudden it just kind of fell by the wayside. I know we ran a race with it for NASRA about a month or two ago. I think the clash was at iRacing Super Speedway. I like the track. I really do. So, but there's the flyer. There's all the details as we are going back to green. Lights off on the pace truck. Joshua McCullough from Statesboro, Georgia, going to try to battle back alongside on the bottom with Daniel Falkingham. Well, you think of Falkingham, it's a very popular name and his success in iRacing as well. But don't disregard the McCullough family. Keep an eye on them. They've already got 2 out of the top 12. Other drivers watch Malik Ray, Trevor Asronoff, Peyton Johnson trying to come back from his wreck and dual qualifier 2. Jeff Merck, Matt Cherry
green flag.
on that outside in row 8. Back to green with 18 to go. And we have out as soon as we went back to green, trouble. Something's not right. I think there's an issue with the restart. I think there it is.
Yeah, it looked like
I mean, you got 50 some odd trucks racing here.
Yeah.
Tommy Smith has crashed in the tri-oval. Here's a replay. Back to green, back to caution. And there it is. Wow.
But didn't even get across the restart zone either, Wesley.
I mean, they were still a long way from the yeah. There's a look at it again, and J.D. Larson, I think, was the other one. Watch this.
Oh, it's a
look at the 07. And then it was the 99 of John Darnell III caught up in it too. So there it is. Caution out. Yellow flag out again. Another look at one more time as 2 cautions for 5 laps. 16 to go. Hey, by the way, don't forget, we'll be back with coverage of qualifier number 1. Unfortunately, we had some technical issues. We've actually still been fighting some gremlins and chaos live on the air, but we're still working around it. So,
yeah, we appreciate at the moment 45 of you out there supporting your friends and family, just tuning in, obviously, just enjoying the event for the NASRA King of Talladega. As we do get a chance to read through some, and we'll get a chance to read through some of those comments, of course, because it's being a shorter races, of course, with the qualifying races. It's pretty much blink and you miss it, Wesley, pending we get all these cautions out of the way. But that should be what we're hoping to see here this evening for our final qualifier race. Of course, we will go back and show you, we'll broadcast the qualifier 1, so no spoilers alert on that one, because both Wesley and I have no idea how that panned out. We got a little bit of a...
No, don't tell us. Yeah. Don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing. Yeah, we like to commentate, even though it will be from a previous event. We do like to commentate it like we don't know. And we keep that live kind of mentality at it. There's a few more drivers are going to head down pit road again, Wesley, because they got some damage, no doubt. Or actually, some black flags being shown at the moment too for Tucker. And looks like Freddie as well. George Jewell and those drivers are coming back down, but they're not showing a black flag. That indicates to me there, Wesley, they've done something naughty, and I miss your pit rocks completely, whoever that driver is up there. That looks like it's
somebody
Dustin.
Just got sent to the principal's office.
Where's Dustin going? Where you going, mate? It's in there somewhere. There it is.
There it is. Yeah.
Yep. So that'll cost you a bit of time. These drivers obviously just want to get some things ripped out. Tristan as well, too, showing a black flag there, Wesley.
Tucker McClendon, Brock Westmoreland, Freddie Basnez, Andrew Harris, Tommy Smith, Darnell, Joel, Shelton, Svek, Vickery, Lawless, all on the pit lane here for work and service to be done. And remember, this is like the damaged vehicle policy, right? They're using the clock to fix damage, take time to get repairs done because there's no fast repair in this series. So that's also something you got to warrant and remember that you got to be mindful and no fast repair. So if you get wrecked really bad, Dean, you're out of this thing. You're out. You're done.
Yeah, it's too bad. Drop on a lid or blow an engine or something like that. You're not going to get that fixed in time. Just reading through the comments out there. So let us know which drivers that you support. We got Let's Go Merck, of course, and there's that from the Merck fan club out there. Jeff Merck at the moment currently running in P14. He's up a couple of places.
Somebody's cheering on somebody named Dan, and they're laying in bed eating fish and tacos. So I don't know what to think about that. You know, fish and tacos laying in bed is not a good combination.
So which Dan are we going for? There's Daniel leading the race.
Could you imagine eating fish and tacos at the same time? I mean, your stomach would just be like a gut buster.
97. Yeah.
My goodness.
Could eat tacos in bed, Wesley?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Vegemite
tacos
sandwiches
and fish while laying in bed. Vegemite sandwiches. There you go.
It's breakfast anyway. You have Vegemite on your bread. You don't really have Vegemite sandwiches so much there, Wesley. You just have it. You just sprinkle a little bit, not a lot. You don't cake it on like it's Nutella or anything. Just a little bit on some toast, and Bob's your uncle.
Is it storming where you're at? According to my world clock map, it says Brisbane, Australia, at 1:45 p.m. Monday. It is 85 and storming.
It was storming a little earlier today. It might have a storm this afternoon. I don't hear the rain at the moment, so it's not storming yet.
Raindrops keep falling on my head.
We're having some summer thunderstorms here at the moment, but it's a hot one. It's certainly a hot one. What's the track temperature out there too? Just curious there too, Wesley, because it's probably all fixed the same for everybody. So it's showing 51. I'm looking Celsius, but you're doing 124 Fahrenheit. They would fix the temperature so it's fair for all the qualifiers, I would imagine. It's not going to be completely different conditions between the races.
Buckingham and Cody Eggles on the front row, ready to bring them back to green. Patton and McCullough. NASRA top 5.
I'll keep up on that ticker as well, too. The positions gained. There's really no point in the time intervals because they're all going to be practically next to each other, of course, in this sprint race format that we have for the qualifying races. With halfway, almost just over halfway, Wesley, 14 to go.
All right, ready to bring him back for the restart. Halfway, a lot of the last recent laps have been ran under caution.
Flag,
13. Coming to halfway next time by. One lap till the cross flags. We're back to green in Talladega. And let's watch Falkingham. He got a great launch on the restart. They're pushing each other down below the apron. way below the double yellow line. That's going to be watched for sure. As now they work their way down into turn number 2. Falkingham on the bottom. Here comes the man on the high side. Here comes now Matthew Patton. He's looking for the lead. Rush Truck Center, number 24, coming at you. The 0-3 also into turn 3. Watch them.
Ooh.
Some of these numbers do not match what's on the timing and scoring of what's on the trucks, and I do apologize for that. There's nothing more aggravating for me calling iRacing than having something of that caliber happen, but hopefully we'll have that figured out by the time we have the big show on Friday. I'm going to have to worry about it. I won't be here. Falkingham and Nagels, Patton and McCullough, Asronoff, top 5, working this now down to the bottom as we're side by side, door to door. Here comes the 6, 29 on scoring. It's the 6 of Cody Nagels. That's Falkingham, 39 on the ticker, 88 on the track. Side by side, look at Falkingham. He got a bump there. Thank you, Matthew Patton, for having your number match the scoring ticker. That's the Rush Truck Center entry. Matthew Patton up on the outside. He'll make the rush now alongside Nagels and Falkingham. And they're coming to the second half of this one, and they bounce off one another. Top 3 rows. And somehow they hold it together with McCullough, Malachar, Malik Gray from Canada. And here comes the scramble into one.
Yeah, Wesley. We'll let the drivers get away with the not matching at the moment 3-wide action because we'll see if we sort that out. For the duels, somebody hard lick into the fence up there. Going to keep it pointed straight. Yes. We'll tuck in behind this front pack.
Thanks to all of y'all for watching. Don't forget coverage tomorrow night, 9 Eastern, 8 Central. As they're coming to the line this time by, coming out of 4, it'll be the Troll pushed out of line, Falkingham. He was looking for 10 to go. He just got sent to the high side. He's got no friends. Finally, somebody comes to aid Falkingham on the top shelf. And we got 10 to go here in qualifier 3 and a caution out as well.
It looks like Jeff Merck as well, too, was it?
Jeff Merck spinning down below the apron, heading to turn 1. Yellow is out for the 3rd time. Another truck involved. The Tennessee Volunteers. Ugh, can't stand the Volunteers. Number 26 truck crashing. I don't know who you are. I don't think it's Cody Nod either. Cody Nod is race directing, obviously. So
there it is.
Who is that?
Well, if you go back,
I bet you the number don't. I bet you the number don't match the scoring ticker either.
It's the 004.
Yeah, see, there you go. I rest my case. So it's the 004 on the scoring ticker, and that is the driver of Brock Westmoreland.
And he tags
in the 26 truck, representing the Tennessee Volunteers, who I absolutely despise in college football.
He likes it. There's nothing wrong with that, Wesley. Everybody has their own team. Yeah. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean that millions of other people don't like them.
Roll on Rocky Top. That's all I'm going to say. Roll on Rocky Top. So, I think it's the color, Dean. I think it's the color. I don't like the color. Oh, is it?
I like them now that you don't like them, Wes. They're my favorite team. I'm kidding. All right, back to live.
Yeah, you like soccer, football.
Well, I like a sport called football. Well, I like a sport called football where you actually use your feet and not your hands. So, you like a sport called handball. We've been over this before, haven't we? There's more handball operations in American football than there is actually using your feet. You do kick, that's granted.
They kick, they punt. Yeah. They kick, they punt. They stomp on you with their cleats if you make a mad the O-line, the DL.
I'm not trying to take a dish out of American football because we do it in Australia too with our rugby. They use their hands most of the time rather than their feet. So only true football, what you'd have to say using your feet, is soccer because you can't use your hands unless you're a goalkeeper. Otherwise, you touch the ball with your hands, penalty.
Yes.
But here we go. We're back around under another caution. Thank you, everybody, for for sticking with us, of course, all 53 of you out there, 52 also at the moment, as Cody Nichols is in the lead. We've had 8 laps of cautions. This is our 3rd caution. We will get close. We're about coming down to about 8 to go soon, Wesley. We might go to another green-white checker like we had in race 2, qualifying race 2. We shall see.
It sounded like that happened in race 1, qualifier race 1, because Cody Knott did tell us it was 28 laps, so I had a feeling that probably will take place. That race will air in its entirety as soon as we finish up with our live coverage of qualifiers 2. Just one a moment ago, and then now qualifier 3 happening now. Now remember, top 2 in the qualifiers tonight and tomorrow lock themselves in to the NASRA King of Talladega 500 presented by ServPro for Friday. The only stipulation is you have to start the duels. You have to start the duels.
Yep. Thanks there, Shasta, as well. I remember from previous league you used to work with as well.
Hey, Shasta Jewel.
Sporting. Yeah, George Jewell is out there currently at the moment. He's running in 24th place still. So still certainly in it. And all these drivers, Wesley, you'd have to say, even if you're down there in the 30th place and the rest of the drivers are still in pit road, you could still win it. It could be a big one up the front there. We've seen it before. It's just a matter of who crosses that line on that last lap. In those first 2 positions will automatically, as you said, pending they run the duels, they will be into the big fight, the big King race, feature race. So have a look at that schedule again too, guys.
There's a look at the end of the schedule, all of that is coming up for the NASRA 500, the King of Talladega. It's presented by ServPro. Big thanks to ServPro. For years, we've had them part of races and also our yellow flag coverage. And they have stepped up ServPro on the national stage. ServPro making something completely restored, look brand new again. Fire, water, cleanup, and restoration. ServPro, proud sponsor of the race on Friday. And the qualifier races tonight and tomorrow are presented by TSR Electric, proud sponsor of the Monday Night Truck Series. We appreciate them. We got other partners along the way, and we'll mention them as well. To answer your question, Larry McDonald, EIEIO, the last chance qualifiers will be on Tuesday. The duels are Wednesday. The duels are Wednesday. Matter of fact, if you take a look at the flyer right now, you can see all that. So tomorrow night, Jacob Reeves, the Redneck announcer, and myself bring you coverage of qualifier night number 2. Another 3 25-lap qualifier races, top 2 transfer. Then on Tuesday night, the last chance qualifiers. There'll be 3 of those. Top 2 make it in. They're all in, but they have. That's the stipulation, Dean. You have to start the duels on Wednesday. If you don't, you forfeit your position. The duels will be Wednesday night before Thanksgiving. Have a happy Turkey Murder Day from everybody at NASRA. Yeah.
Well, we don't have to worry about that in our neck of the woods.
Get the shotgun.
No Thanksgiving over here, but of course we do. Our friends across the pond.
I'm trying to kill that damn turkey you're talking about.
Our friend, we'd have emus or something, but no, we don't eat emu. But we would have, obviously have a happy Thanksgiving course. We'll get up leading up to that for everybody. And my friends, in Australia,
thank you over here all night.
To our friends across there in North America or wherever you are.
No, but Canada's Boxing Day, isn't it? Isn't the day after Thanksgiving in the U.S. Boxing Day in Canada
or
something?
That's the day after Christmas.
I knew it was something. And it has nothing to do.
Has nothing to do
with
boxing.
I
know it's weird.
Yeah, it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with boxing. As we get ready to come back to green,
you might see some boxing on track soon in a minute, my friend. Because they're going to get their elbows out.
Green's out. Green flag. Green flag.
Nothing to do with boxing at all. Back underway here in the King of Talladega. Ready to settle this one here with 6 laps to go. Dean, I lost you again. I think you're back.
Yes, sir.
Cody Nagels in the front spot. He got Peyton inside. There's McCullough. Astronaut. Keep an eye on Masowitz. His truck looked really good. Masowitz now in the top 5. Malakar, by the way, was on the front row with McCullough. He's now fall back to 6 as they go to the back straightaway, heading to 3, coming to 5 to go. Coming to 3 this time by. Everybody, stride for stride, staying in line. They stay in order. They do-si-do along with each other, coming off of 4. Nagels on the inside. Cody Nagels. Keep an eye on the top shelf. And we got a caution. Hey, you just set yourself up for another third overtime attempt here, or a third qualifier with overtime implications. We got a caution crash in turn 4.
I think it might have been Daniel as well. I'm not quite sure if he was involved in this one.
And even SDK is being a pain lately. You know that? I mean, Here's a replay. Boy, Exide, that was a name from back in the day of NASCAR. Exide batteries. Watch this. Oh! I'm in the grass. It's like McCullough. Is that a 04 of McCullough, I think?
There it is.
Brock Westmoreland. There it is. Was he caught up in it again? Yep. Oh, boy. That's Kenneth McCullough Jr. Yes, it is. The 6. And others. The 99. Nowhere to go. The Exide Batteries colors. Jeff Merck caught up in it again. The 2 trying to miss the pace truck of Freddie Bassinez. Oh, boy. To the big show, as they say, Dean. We're going to take a break. We're getting ready for overtime. Coming up next, the King 3.
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Still working on some technical glitches behind the scenes. Thanks for joining us again here in Talladega. Qualifier race 3 rolls on. It is the NASRA King of Talladega qualifier races presented by DSR Electric. This is qualifier number 3. Qualifier 1 delayed from earlier being live will be coming up next once we get everything reset for post. As Cody Nagels is leading, Joshua McCullough, Matthew Patton, Asronoff, and Masowitz the top 5. And we pretty much set ourselves up, unless they come to 1 to go this time by, for another attempt of an overtime finish. Thanks for those that are in the chat box joining us. Remember, qualifier 1 will be live as soon as we finish with the, let me say this, qualifier number 1 from earlier tonight that was live it will be delayed, broadcasted, but live on the air as soon as these duels are done, or the qualifiers are done. So qualifier number 1, which we had not done live because of technical issues and just not ready, will be aired in its entirety as soon as we finish this one up. All right, let's set it up for you as the field had come to 2 laps to go on the original race distance. They still have a chance at overtime. Again, we are still in the regular scheduled distance here. It'll be lap number 23 when they come back to green. Cody Nagels is the leader. Josh McCullough second. Matthew Patton, Trevor Astronaut, Joey Masowitz, as I mentioned earlier. Top 5, Joey Mellicar, Justin Mellicar, I'm sorry. Mellicar, Peyton Johnson, Malik Ray, Matt Cherry, and Kenny Reel. Your top 10. Green flag. When we come back, we need to pause for station identification if you're listening on the radio on CRN.
Local radio brings people together like never before.
It's a beautiful hometown weekend out there. We've got
Your local stations keep you informed and involved with music, talk shows, and real-time news updates you can trust. We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters, connecting you to what matters most. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress to support your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to STOP.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
It'll be a 2-lap shootout as the field will make their way back inside the United Rentals restart zone, back underway. Regular scheduled distance. There's still a chance at overtime, but can they finish this one out? Cody Nagels on the inside, McCullough up on the outside, and they battle side by side on the restart into turn number 1 and 2. Off of that second corner, down the Alabama Gang super stretch. Everybody rumbles down into the turn. Staying in line, holding on, staying focused is McCullough, Joshua McCullough. Right there, MMS down to the bottom, holding off Cody Nagels. Nagels is now jumping out of line. He threw the block on Patton, and there's contact. Patton's up in the air and up and over. Patton airborne. Joey Masowitz is crashing, and they did not take the white flag. Caution's out, and they're still crashing, scattering across the start-finish line. Big trouble.
Who went up in the air?
Masowitz's truck was airborne. He went flying through the air. Oh, my goodness. This will force another overtime as we set you up for the replay. Oh, my. Keep an eye on the 64. This is from another angle. This is, I believe, with, oh, wow. Look at the big trouble coming out of the tri-oval entering start-finish. They were crashing. Jeff Merck, others, McCullough. Keep an eye on the 64, Joey Masowitz, if you will, Dean. Let's go on board with him.
Yes, sir.
Up front, watch this. It all started with blocking. Now, the 0-3 of Patton is the one that got airborne. That's the one I was referring to, but Masowitz was right there amongst it. And then keep an eye on this. Let's go on board with the 0-3 now of Patton's truck. That's who I was referring you to. Matthew Patton. Watch this. This should be interesting.
Oh.
And he's not done yet.
Wow.
That's why I wanted you to stay on board with the onboard camera with him, because it's going to be a wild one. Stay on this again here. Multiple camera angles. This is the onboard camera. Watch this again.
Oh, let's took out the camera out on top.
Not done.
Yeah, you just take your hand off the wheel
Can you
at this point,
imagine?
Wesley, and you just sit there and just be in for the ride. It's as simple as that. I hope you have a motion rig as well, too. You really feel that one. Or perhaps there's also things like there's little seat belts that you can put on too, Wesley, that pull you back into the chair and stuff like that. So you have that on too, to give you a little bit of an immersion into the experience of what it feels like to have a high-speed crash around Talladega.
And the 41 was collected. Anthony Mathis was caught up in it. For those that were asking in chat, he was.
Did you say the 40? Which one?
The 41 Mathis truck. Watch this Mathis again.
Yeah.
That was Patton. I think it was Mathis, the one that actually was the first camera angle we showed in the back. Yeah. And I think he was the one that made that hard hit on Patton. Watch this again. Yeah, we already showed it. Watch it one more time. There's Patton. Nowhere to go. Oh, baby. Passenger T-bone shot. That's not the kind of steak that you want to have right there. We like to eat, not the T-bone on your
we have
T-bone
beef,
in your truck.
But we're not going to have really that much beef at the moment.
Yeah, we don't have no sound effects. This is the closest I have for sound effects where we got beef,
You're going all robotic.
The drama continues.
Well, you can have breaking glass, of course.
There you go, breaking glass. Yes.
Thank you all for tuning in.
Thanks to ServPro.
Yeah, this is the the qualifying race number 3 we had this evening. Stay tuned for the qualifying race number 1 to be broadcasted. It is over and done with.
These are done. These are the live races. These are the live races, qualifier 2 and 3. We'll grab the winner in second, and then we'll take a break. And we come back and we'll have. I'm sure, Dean, you can go live on the first qualifier link too, can't you?
Yes, sir. It'll be set up that way.
So basically, whatever was the link for the qualifier number 1 from earlier tonight that we didn't go live on, that's the one that we will go live on coming up in its entirety as soon as we. If you do some
if you do click
housekeeping,
that subscribe button, Wesley,
yes,
there, and you can ring the bells at specific races. Of course, you can ring all the click all the bells for all the upcoming qualifiers, the duels, and the main race. You'll be notified. We'll get some messages and stuff like that to let you know that it'll be on at that time. Depending on your time zone, it certainly helps as well too if you're all over the world, because it'll show it in your local time. And a lot
of people, I don't know if they realize, but our buddy, Mr. Bigglestein Hopton lives in Brisbane, Australia. He's on the other side of the country. He's 16,000 miles away from me in North Carolina, USA. And it's 10 after 11 Eastern time here on a Sunday night. It is 2:10 Australian Standard Time on a Monday over there. So.
Yeah. Most people are working.
All the pieces to put it together, right? Yeah.
I'm working.
Should be at work, Dean. What the hell are you doing? You should be at work.
You're just sitting in an office or out in the Australian heat there doing some hard work. It depends on what you do. But, and on top of it too, if you do happen to hit that subscribe button, you can click on the channel, view channel, and it's going to say what's live at the time. So you can go, oh, there it is. If you need to find the link specifically as well too, if you can't
live. Who are you?
Say live, which we are right now. Wesley and I in the booth, sitting next to each other in the virtual world, as you mentioned, quite some distance in the real world.
We sound like we're right beside each other. You're exactly right. Let's bring this one back to green, shall we? This is overtime for the 3rd consecutive go of all the races. Coming up again, qualifier 1. Big thanks again to DSR Electric as we come back to green. Green, white, checker. Cody Dangles on the inside. There's Astronaut on the bottom. Keep it on McCullough. He's going up top. He's looking for the lead. Naggles powers back around Astronaut on the bottom. Malachar and McCullough back in the dance as well. They got to take the white flag. The Darren's detail and shine. 1 to go. Will they get there? Here comes the blocking, the slicing, the moving from the top to bottom. That caused the wreck a moment ago a little too prematurely, and they do it again. But this time they hold in form. Cody Naggles coming off of turn 4, Dean. He's looking for the white flag. Can he get there in the trio? Well, he's got to make it. I think they will. Stay in form. Good form. Good form. White flag.
Yeah. Oh, behind him.
Oh, no. And they're crashing. McCullough spun, but they took the white. We still race.
He's going to try to hold on at the moment, but he needs a bump, doesn't he? On the inside now. Justin comes up. He gets the run on the strap.
Yes, sir. In trouble. He lost all that momentum. And the draft behind them. Here comes the big, hungry pack of wolves. Ganging up on Naggles. He holds his line. He stays in the middle. Throws the block on Ray. Keeps Ray behind him. Malachar on the bottom. It's Cody Naggles trying to hold on. Take it on the other side. Here comes Ray on driver left. He'll power the purple truck, the one from Canada, our friend of the north. He's got friends with NASRA's Cherry, and they're pushing, and they're slamming, and they're shoving, and Cherry sideways, and they're crashing. Malik Ray! Did he get him?
No.
Malachar battles back. I don't think Cody Naggles wins it. He gets dual. He gets qualifier 3. Cody Naggles over Malachar and Malik Ray. Unbelievable. And we have 2 or 3 trucks crashing again on their lid, flipping, coming to the checkered flag, Dean. Have you ever?
Have a look at this. He was getting a nice push from Ray behind him, number 1. Everything starts to get a little bit loosey-goosey very soon here down the back stretch as everybody's squabbling, trying to maximize their position. I don't know if Malik Ray's just saying, I'm going to try to push you across here, Cody, because that's all he could really do. He wasn't going to get ready to shoot out to the outside. Look at that little push. He's in trying to control that truck at this point. They're getting very loosey-goosey, as I mentioned there. There they go.
Oh,
so
that's Cherry and Ray. Malik Ray and Cherry. Yeah. Malik Ray and Cherry.
Oh, look at that.
And then there's Cunningham.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
And then they're out of it at this point. So I think they did what they can. They said, look, we're going to push both of you guys across the line. Good luck. You're on your own. And it was down to Justin and Cody. As you can see side by side, they're adoring on each other, trying desperately what they can do. Cody gets his nose across first, gets the race win.
Time and scoring 0.01. Cody Naggles from Rolla, Missouri will celebrate. Cody Naggles, a name that I've mentioned many races over the years for big events. Gets it done. He wins qualifier number 3. Now remember, even though the 3 qualifiers are over, we still got coverage of qualifier number 1 from earlier tonight coming up next. Ask You Shall Receive. We'll have coverage of all 3 before we sign off this evening. Here's a look at the results. Cody Naggles will pick up the win. There it is over Malachar. There's the official timing and scoring. It was 0.01 on my timing and scoring thanks to SDK. Now it updates to the 1,000th with 0.15. Matt Cherry 3rd, Malik Ray 4th from Canada. He'll have to refire again. Daniel Falkenham, Sean Corbett, Kenny Real, Keith Haney, Casey Sawich, and Michael Barksdale, your top 10. Those are the most important ones because they go to the back of either the last chance qualifier or have to reset and go again, obviously. There's the rest of everybody else on there, including Blanchard, Real, Carbon, Astronaut, Masowitz, top 15. He was up there in the earlier. Followed by George Jewell, Shasta. There's George Jewell. Kenneth McCullough, McClendon, Sveck, Harris, Cummings, and everyone else on back. Let's go for a replay if we can, Dean, if you don't mind. Let's show the next to last lap. We're actually coming to the white flag. And the 0-5, Joshua McCullough. He was in the game, and then all of a sudden he was out of the game. Watch what happened to this driver. Tough break. Matthew McCullough. Here it is. Watch on the outside. Let's put it in real time for you.
Yeah,
and look at what happened, because he got caught up in a big wreck. There it is right there, the 0.5. He's spinning. And then when he hit the wall, everyone else came just rumbling at him in that second pack. Watch this here in real time. McCullough's in trouble right there. Watch this. Keep an eye on it.
Just landing on each other like that. Only takes that tiny little bump. Oh, I have you back there, Wesley. Sorry, a little bit of a connection technical issue again. We're having it.
Yeah, it's been that kind of night, hasn't it?
It has.
Just give me a screen again, and we'll bring in Cody Nagels real quickly, and I believe Josh McElmore. Those of you who are drivers that have punched their ticket in by virtue of finishing 1 and 2 in the Qualifier number 3 presented by DSR Electric. Let's grab our buddy Cody Nagels. Cody, it's been a while. What a good solid run when it's all said and done. Surviving the craziness of Qualifier 3. Your take of it, and as long as you start the duel on Wednesday night, or at least take the green, you're locked in for the race on Friday. How's that feel?
Oh, it feels good. Very good. I honestly should have read on the rule book before the first heat, because I got myself EOL'd when I took the apron. So lesson learned there. But in these short races with full fields, you can't do that. It's all about track position, because cautions there going to be a lot of them. Obviously, it's kind of the nature of a super speedway at a dash, no pit stops. What you got's what you got, and everyone's doing nothing but take the entire race. So really it was as advertised, but you want to have friends up there and guys, even if they're not your teammates, that are willing to work with you a little bit. And thankfully I put myself in a position. Malik gave me a good push, and I was able to cross the finish line first, but still a lot of work to be done.
Like the lyrics to the song, nothing from nothing leaves nothing, right? From Ray Charles. But bottom line, you got to fight and claw for every spot you can. I got to ask you, you ran the NASRA 500 at Daytona with us back in February, and it's coming back again the second time in January of next year. How different is racing that different than Daytona compared to Talladega, or vice versa?
I'd say Daytona, you definitely have to be more calculated in your moves. Dega is a very wide open track. There's just, if you have help with you, because it's all about having good teammates, man. But if you got good teammates around you, you can take it 4 wide and pretty much do whatever you want to do with the car. I know the new package with the next gen isn't quite as fun as it used to be, but if you got good help around you, you really can do everything that you want to do at Talladega. But at Daytona, you've got to be a lot more calculated, and you got to time the moves up, because there's just not a lot of room to maneuver if you don't have the track position. So I feel like there's less margin for error when it comes to the 500 versus at Dega.
Hey, listen, final question. Not 1, not 2, but 3 blocks coming at you, some bonsai moves. You had to make some daring moves to stay up in front, man. What was that like there, those last 5 laps, I guess, in overtime?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to screw Josh by any means, but if I'm clear, I'm going to take it. And I know that, he's going to be upset at me about it, but it's either I make the move knowing I'm still clear on him, Trev, because that's very clearly where the run is, and I know I'm going to get myself buried. So, if I'm going to get locked into the 500, I've got to make the moves that are a little bit. Times you just got to trust yourself and your instinct, and if it comes back to bite you and you get an EOL, then just be man enough to take it. But if it sticks, then you look really good when you're able to look back on the broadcast and see you making those moves. And they're fun when they work, but it's embarrassing when you're not able to execute them the way you envision.
Well, Make no mistake about it. It worked here in qualifier number 3. Cody, thanks for your time. Before we let you go, man, please thank your sponsors on that Chevrolet number 6. We'll see you on Friday. Or actually Wednesday for the duels.
Wednesday, yes, sir. Wesley, want to thank you guys at all the broadcasters and all the admin at NASRA for putting this on. Having a lot of fun. Want to give a big shout out to my teammates at NBG. I know that the first heat, Baker and Ethan both were able to get themselves qualified into the duel, and Dylan Jones was able to do it as well in the second heat. And my good buddy Chase Mastretto was able to get in as well. He's running with Jack Shack, but a lot of good efforts by our guys so far. And like I said, a lot of work still to be able to take home the King of Talladega title, but I think our team is well on our way so far.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. And that's the man right there, of course, Cody Nagels picking up the victory from Rolla, Missouri. And obviously representing the Show Me State, proudly taking the checkered flag here in qualifier race number 3. One of 2 drivers that are guaranteed into the NASRA 500 King of Talladega, presented by ServPro. All they got to do is start Wednesday night in one of the dual races. The other man is Justin Malachar. Malachar, you are right up there in the front. You were battling. You were just a spot shy by inches there with you and Nagels. But what great race and fun times between you guys. Your take of finishing second, buddy.
Yeah, man, it was a crazy one at the end there. Took everything in my power not to just turn right and go for it, but had to think bigger picture, lock myself into the 500, and that's what we did, man. That's what we came to do, and that's what we did.
I'll tell you what, a lot of blocking, a lot of crazy racing going on. Do you feel like that's just the nature of the beast with a 25-lap shootout with 3 qualifiers on a Sunday night and trying to get your first licks in, or is that what we're going to see possibly for 500 miles on Friday?
Absolutely. I think in these shorter heat races or qualifying races, I guess, you definitely got to worry about track position. So anytime you got to make a block like that, I 100% understand when people do it, and I do it all the time, and maybe it'll calm down in the longer race because we got some more time, but I don't plan on changing my driving style.
Well, but before we let you go, Justin, please let us know your sponsors and everybody there. I like that color, by the way. Can you tell us how you came up with the color on that number 84 truck?
Yeah, man, I pretty much, I live in Japan, so I run a league called Midnight Racing League, so it just kind of goes with the flow, the purple and black. And obviously my team is Eternal. And then for today, we were racing with Jack Shack. So huge shout out to them guys. And hopefully we can get a nice looking Jack Shack paint scheme for the NASRA 500 this week.
So you live in Japan. You're in Japan.
You're in my time
right
zone,
now,
mate, at the moment. Yeah. So what?
Yes, I am.
What time is it for you now?
I'm supposed to be getting out of the military soon, but yeah, it's let's see. Let me take a look at the time here. It's Monday at 1:25 p.m. So
about an hour earlier than me. Yeah, perfect. So,
well, thank you for your service. First of all, obviously, Mr. Malachar, and man, thank you, and get you some low main. Celebrate. You're in the King of Talladega, buddy. Thank you. Thank your sponsors before we let you go.
Yeah, just Eternal Racing, Jack Shack guys. I mean, we had a killer of a day, man. Chase got locked in, and a lot of our guys are at least in the duels as well. So it looks good. Shout out to Cody for winning. Got to give him props. Matt for pushing me there at the end, because without a push there, I'm not getting anywhere. So, and shout out to you guys too for broadcasting and everyone that's put on this event and race, because without them, it doesn't go on.
And Justin Malachar. One more quick question, because you're going to close out the night. We got more coverage of the first qualifier race on delay live coming up next. But do you feel like what Cody said in regards to McCullough was right? I mean, if the shoe was on the other foot, do you feel like that's what you would have done, or what he would have done? Do you feel like this is bottom line the atmosphere of what this racing provides is why we saw the finishes that we did?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, right, we're going for top 2. That's kind of what our mindset is. That's all we're looking for, because top 8, yeah, you get locked in, but I'm not going to push someone to the win just so I have to now race my way in the duels. That's just not going to happen. So I, it sucks for Josh, obviously, but vice versa, roles are reversed. He's in victory lane. He's not going to be worried about it. So that's how I look at it. That's how I look at everything. You got to do things for yourself, and that's how you got to go.
Yeah, I think you're dead on accurate for sure. If the shoe was on the other foot, I'd definitely there'd be more cheering than booing than right now for sure. So, man, Justin, thanks for your time. See you in the duel on Wednesday, and good luck Friday.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for your support.
There you go.
So remember, as Justin Malachar just mentioned, runner-up of qualifier race number 3 to wrap up night 1 of the road to the NASRA 500 King of Talladega, presented by ServPro. And remember, top 8 are locked in by virtue of either making it in by the 2 to the duels or 3rd on 8th into the last chance qualifier positions. However, remember, you can buy back in. You can buy back in. You struggled tonight, you can buy back in tomorrow,
Absolutely.
Dean. You can buy back in as much as you
That's
want.
the beauty of it.
And this is why it was so damn successful when we done it back in February of this year for the Great American Sim Race, the NASRA 500 in Daytona, and they're following that same format. But the bottom line is, you got to be the winner or the bridesmaid, the first place loser, if you will, to put yourself into the race on Friday. But to run Friday, you've got to be in the duels, and that's something that is locked in. It's a loophole. I think somebody said, well, man, I'm surprised I didn't know about that. But, I mean, it is put in the rules that you have to, if you win your qualifier, you win your last chance qualifier, those 18 spots are up for the NASRA 500 King of Talladega, Dean, but you've got to start the duels on Wednesday night. And obviously, I got to wonder if some people will not make it, and will it open up the opportunity for other people to get locked in? Will they throw their opportunity or chance away? That's going to be interesting to see what happens by Friday night when they grit up and go 500 miles.
That's exactly right, Wesley. We might have a quick chin wagon to, although he didn't get in the first or second, but Matt Cherry did get up 18 places and finish in P3, of course, because Matt Cherry's a regular on the NASRA. We'll give him a little bit of NASRA favoritism as well,
Matt,
too.
I thought we were just going to give you the top 3, but Matt Cherry will.
We figured we'd give Matty a shot.
Matt Cherry, one of our NASRA regulars in the Chevrolet Performance number 45, and what a climb through the field, man! Up 18 spots, and you're not locked in on the race Friday yet to the duels, but you do start at least in a good spot for the last chance qualifier Tuesday. How you feeling, Matt?
I feel pretty good. That was a tough battle there at the end. My help got taken out there, that caution before, so I was up there by myself. Hold on.
How different is it with these other personalities, these other drivers, if you will, that you're battling, racing with? Totally different. Different.
Honestly, I think Monday's better, but anyway.
Isn't it? Well, you'll finish in the number 3 spot, climbing 18 positions, man. So before I let you go, Matt, and close out our coverage for qualifier number 3, let us know your sponsors, man, and we'll see what you do on Tuesday night.
Yeah, shout out to Chevrolet. We wasn't the fastest tonight, but we were there when it mattered, and just I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out, because everybody said that last lap crash there was my fault, and I don't see it, because I got right hooked and I saved it, and everybody started pinging off one another. So, but yeah. Anyways, it was a good night overall.
Got to kind of just overlook everything and focus on what it is that you did out there, right, man?
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's our buddy from Scottsville, Kentucky, up 18 spots, Matt Cherry, finished in the number 3rd position. And, of course, that man will be in the last chance qualifier come Tuesday night, unless he makes the decision to want to run a qualifier race tomorrow. There will be 3 qualifier 25-lappers tomorrow night. Should be a wild one, just like what we had for Sunday. That's going to do it for the live coverage of the races for the evening, but stay with us. Delayed broadcast coverage live of qualifier number 1 coming up on deck as soon as we go off the air. We just got to rechange a couple of things and put it in the file. And Dean Hopton and myself will be back. Dean, your final take. I didn't let you talk that much for that third time. I didn't want you to lose your voice, but man, what? Listen, I got a feeling we saw scrambles, we saw the big Rexes, we saw panic, we saw blocking, we saw what you got to do in a quick sprint to win, and I think we'll see the same thing tomorrow night when Jacobs is alongside as well.
I think you just summed it up, Wes. Not too much more to say than that one, is there? So
I think I should have saved that line for qualifier 1 coming up because it sounds like I'm saying goodbye. We're still live in just a moment. So, I want to thank everybody at NASRA, Mr. Brady LaBeouf, Cody Dodd, race director TJ Moore, everybody behind the scenes. More details, go to NorthAmericanSimRacingAssociation.com. Hit like and subscribe. We are back in a moment with live coverage of delayed qualifier number 1 for Big Ol' Steve Hopton on production and color when he wants to chat. I'm Wesley Outland. Quick break. Stay with us. We are back for qualifier race 1 from earlier tonight as we continue for the inaugural NASRA 500 King of Talladega presented by ServPro. Hope you've enjoyed the DSR electric heat races. We'll be one is coming up next. Be back in a moment.